Everyone to our November 14th Town Council meeting. Please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for a prayer and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As customary in this chamber, we stand for a moment to remember those who are protecting our freedoms, both here and abroad, for our first responders, and for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. A moment of silence, please. Our prayer, Mr. De Palma.
O Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs, who serve thee in the chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts, that we may hear thy voice. Help us know when to speak and when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right. And grant that we have a good conscience and soul at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. Roll call? Yes, please.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCara is making her way to the dais. Councilperson De Palma.
Here.
Councilperson Desai. Councilperson Garcia.
Here.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli. Here. Let the record reflect that Councilman Murphy is absent and Councilman Pasquini is also absent. Councilperson Walker. Here. Council President Sohar.
Here.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the newspaper, and notice of the meeting has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the council will be held on Tuesday, December 13th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Next will be our bill list, Mrs. Walker.
Accounts payable, November 14th, 2022, $3,847,323.71. Payroll, October 28th, 2022, $1,126,110.73. Payroll overtime, October 28th, 2022, $31,585.05. Payroll, November 10th, 2022, $1,586,269.49. Payroll overtime, November 10th, 2022, $33,551.10.
Okay, thank you very much. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma. And now, Mr. Shaw, may we have a breakdown, please, of the overtime?
Thank you, Council President. So we have two payroll this pay period that you're approving. So the first one is October 28, 2022. There's a slight uptick in HR payroll. As you recall, we settled a contract with PBA, and they needed to do all the calculations for retroactive pay for 2021 and 2022. So it has gone from a long period of time in making sure the proper calculation. There is no uptick in any other department. For police department, the total overtime for sworn officer was $17,922.39. Deduct grant, $538.36. Deduct ETO, $4,146.29. The net overtime was $13,237.74, representing 170.25 men and women hours. There was one officer injured on duty or on light duty. Now we go to the 11/11 payroll. Again, uptick in HR payroll department. Continue to do the calculation. Nothing in any other department. The total overtime for the police department was $16,845.30. Deduct grants, $1,563.44. Deduct ETO, $3,741.64. The net overtime was $11,540.22, representing 173 men and women hours. And again, there was a one officer injured on duty or light duty. That concludes my report, Council President.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shah. Roll call, please.
Councilperson DeCarro.
Yes.
Councilperson De Palma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes,
7 yeses.
thank you. Next will be public hearing and/or adoption amendment of those ordinances for second reading. H1, ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge, amending Chapter 250 of the Code of Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-6 definitions and 250-53 fences and walls. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma. Any discussion among council? I will now open it to the public. Is there anyone in the public who would like to be heard about on this second reading ordinance? Seeing no hands, I will close public portion and ask for a roll call.
I did just want to mention, Council President, that we did receive the recommendation back from the Planning Board stating that the ordinance was in compliance with the master plan.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Councilperson DeCarro.
Yes.
Councilperson De Palma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Next will be H2, ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge, amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-83 entitled Site Plan Approval Required. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mrs. Walker. Is there any council question or comment? I will open it to the public. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance for second reading? Seeing no hands, I will close the public portion and ask for a roll call, please.
Also, Council President, this ordinance was reviewed by the Planning Board and stated that it was in compliance with the master plan as well. Councilperson DeCarro.
Yes.
Councilperson De Palma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Next is H3, ordinance adopting BH Manzo Boulevard 1 redevelopment plan for the property known as Block 5001, Lot 13.24, within the Runyon redevelopment area. This will be a motion to adopt, you said amendments?
This will be a motion to adopt the amendments to the ordinance. I think Vina would like to come up.
Yes, absolutely. Good evening.
Good evening. I know that you received an amended redevelopment plan this evening.
Yes.
The changes that are in the plan are actually not substantial because the uses, the bulk standards, everything remains the same. What you see in red line or the changes are right in the beginning of the plan because this plan was unique. Typically, when I write a redevelopment plan, we write it for the entire redevelopment study area. However, this one, the study was done almost 7 years ago. It was the entire Runyon redevelopment study. And now we're writing a redevelopment plan for just this one property. The property already received zoning board approval. However, they want to proceed with the pilot, and so a plan is necessary. So there was the terminology or the nomenclature that was tweaked. So you will see the changes in the first half. I spoke to Mr. Roselli, and he thought it would be best to renotice and adopt it at the next meeting. But materialistically, nothing has changed. The bulk standards, the uses, everything are the same.
Thank you very much.
So it's a motion to
Right.
adopt the amendments and set a public hearing for
Yes.
December 13th.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome. So do I have a motion for
Move
that?
it. Second.
Okay, Mr. Desai and Mr. DePalma.
Roll call, Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses. Motion carries. Public hearing set for December 13th, 2022.
Okay, thank you. Next is H4, ordinance amending the code of the Township of Old Bridge, specifically Chapter 331, parking permits, Article 1, commuter permit parking in certain areas. Section 331-5, 331-7, 331-9, -10, -11, -12, -14, -15, -16, -17, 18, and 20. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. DePalma, second by Mrs. DeCaro. Do I have anyone questions, comments? Council? No? Okay, I will open it to the public. Is there anyone in the public who would like to be heard on this ordinance for second reading? Seeing no hands, I will close the public portion and ask for a roll call.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai. Yes. Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses. Motion carries.
Next will be H5, ordinance amending the code of the Township of Old Bridge, specifically Article 4, parking fees, Section 160-21 and Section 160-22. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Mr. DePalma. Do I have anyone on my left with questions? And anyone on my right?
Council President, I just want to make sure everybody understands, this ordinance sets changes the fee set by the ordinance, and it basically sets up to $2 for residents and up to $4 for non-residents. Currently, I have spoken to both Finance and Public Works, and we have no plan to change fees, $1 at this time to residents. However, we are going to charge $3 to the non-residents. And we'll see performance of our parking utility fund because it is a self-supporting utility. So if the fees are not generated sufficient to cover the cost of operation of those facility, then we'll come back to you before we make a change in the fees. So I just want everybody to rest assured that residents' fees is not being changed at this time.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Shah. Okay, is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard on this second reading ordinance? Seeing no hands, I will close the public portion and ask for a roll call, please.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses. Motion carries.
Okay. Next will be an ordinance amending the code of the Township of Old Bridge, specifically Chapter 325, Parking Facilities, Article 1, Old Bridge Park and Ride Facility. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Dr. Greenberg Belli. Do I have any council comments, questions? Okay, I will open it up to the public. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard on this second reading ordinance? Seeing no hands, I will close public portion and ask for a roll call, please.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Next will be H7, ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge in the County of Middlesex, conditionally approving financial agreement with Old Bridge RE Urban Renewal LLC-AC Power. I would ask for a motion to table.
Do you want Bina to talk about it?
Yes,
or
I
no?
do. And then we'll get the motion.
Good evening, Council, again. This is the financial agreement for the global landfill site. The developer's name is AC Power. When the financial agreement was filed with the township, it had a different urban renewal entity. The developer has reached out to Mr. Roselli, and they have filed for a new urban renewal entity name. It's not still finalized by DCA. We haven't received anything, so we'll just table it till the next meeting till we sort that out. But it's a different name. I believe it's Urban Renewal LLC -AC Power now, once it's approved by DCA.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you made a motion?
Second.
Okay, motion was made to table by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mrs. Walker.
Roll call on tabling the motion to the December 13th council meeting. Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, public hearing set for December 13th, 2022.
Okay, thank you. Next will be our consent agenda. I'd like a motion and a second, and then we'll go to individual council people for their separations.
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. DePalma.
Items for separation. Councilperson DeCaro.
No, thank you.
Councilperson DePalma.
No, thank you.
Councilperson Desai.
No.
Councilperson Garcia.
None, thank you.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
None at this time, thank you.
Councilperson Walker.
No, thank you.
Council President Sohar.
No, thank you.
Great. So a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Move it. Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mrs. Walker.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy. I'm sorry, Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Okay. Next will be a report of the township clerk.
No report.
Okay, a report of the township attorney.
No report, thank you.
Okay, administrative report. Mr. Shah.
Short one this time. Thank you, Council President. Administrative report for November 14th, 2022. Item number 1, Anchor Program. This is an important one. Beginning in 2022, the Homestead Rebate Program will be replaced by the Anchor Program. The state of New Jersey mailed out application for Anchor Program the last week of September. To qualify, applicants must have owned or rented their primary residence in New Jersey on October 1, 2019. The deadline to file the application is Friday, December 30, 2022. All payments will be issued in form of check or direct deposit beginning in late spring 2023. For a full list of qualification and detail on how to apply, please visit https://state.nj.us/treasury/anchor/index.html. It's a long site name, but it will be published in the paper shortly. and on our website. Item number 2, second annual coat drive. The Old Bridge Food Bank and Department of Public Works would like to thank everyone who came to our second annual coat drive on Saturday, November 5th. Over 250 coats, hats, scarves, and gloves were collected for the Old Bridge Food Bank. So congratulations to both of them. Item number 3, leap season. Leap season continue in all wards through the month of November and will conclude the week of December 12th. Please visit oldbridge.com/publicworks for pool pickup schedule. Item number 4, Christmas tree and menorah lighting. The Old Bridge Township Christmas tree and menorah lighting is on December 13th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. There will be pictures with Santa, cookies, face painting, inflatable snow globe, arts and crafts, and horse-drawn carriage rides. So please join us on December 13th. Item number 5, Ice Arena. The holiday ice skating show will be on Friday, December 16th at 5 p.m. As a reminder, the Old Bridge Ice Arena is open to public for season. Please go to oldbridge.com/recreation for a full schedule of public session. Registration for winter ice skating lesson is on December 16th at 6 p.m. Council President, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Is there any council person who has a question or a comment for Mr. Shah? Okay, I'll take a motion.
Move it.
Okay, moved and seconded. And roll call, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions?
Good?
Good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shah. Okay, next will, okay, next will be public comment on any subject matter for a maximum period of 3 minutes.
The public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. This section is open for any topic or items in the consent agenda. In accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Old Bridge Rules of Council, the council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public should approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. It should be further noted that public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer session. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. The township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of our meeting.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to come forward and speak this evening? Okay, come forward. Good evening.
Good
Sure your
evening.
mic is on, okay?
State
Hello.
your name and address.
My name is Joe Karmazin. I live at 322 Ernston Road in the Old Bridge Saraville section there. I'm here to voice my concerns about the mosque they're building directly across the street from my house, Masjid Sadar. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but there's been a lot of ongoing issues. They don't have the proper building codes. I know you guys are Old Bridge, so you can't do anything about that, but as far as me getting in and out of my driveway, getting home, it's a ton of traffic. A lot of traffic, and they make illegal lefts out of this. Their driveway is directly across from my driveway, so I can't get out of my driveway. I can't get into my driveway. It's getting worse. They have these giant events, and there's like 200 cars back there. They knock down all these trees behind the site there, and they just park in the mud. It's really out of control. Like, we reach out to Township about everything, the zoning. No one wants to help us. No one gets back to us. It's really ridiculous. You can watch the September 12th meeting on YouTube, the Saraville meeting. I spoke at that as well. And the mayor even agreed with me. Everything they're doing is illegal. They have no occupancy seals. They have daycares on the weekends. I mean, it's all legal structures they're building right now. We reached out to code enforcement. They're saying, you know, they keep telling us they're working on a lawsuit. They get fined thousands of dollars and nothing happens. I have a cease and desist letter addressed to them from over a year ago, and they still operate every day, and it's getting out of control. And on November 22nd, there's a zoning meeting in Saraville. They're proposing a 36,000 square foot building in people's backyards right across the street from my house, where they're gonna have weddings and funerals and you guys know Ernstine Road. The traffic there is not. My wife teaches at the school down the road, and as school gets out, their events get out, it's chaos. I have plenty of photos. I could show videos of taxis dropping people off in my driveway for them to get there. They use my driveway as a crosswalk. It's just out of control. It's really affecting my way of life. And like I said, I voiced my concerns to Saraville. No one's really helping me with this. So we're at an impasse. I don't know what to do.
Council, I can add something. We're well aware of what's going on in Saraville. Unfortunately, the center of the road divides the two townships. I've been in touch with the police department here in Old Bridge. If you see anything such as blocking your driveway, you are to call us immediately. We are beefing up patrols in the area. We're enforcing the parking in that area. Unfortunately, we don't have the authority to go across the street and tell them to stop. But you need to call Saraville Police also. They have the authority if there's a noise complaint. If something is overspilling, they have the authority to put an end to it. We can only control from the center line your property, of course. So anything on your property, we have authority to enforce. We can enforce the activity that's going on across the street. And we are actively looking to see what we can do. I hope to meet the mayor of Saraville this week and have a long conversation with her. I know they are trying to do what they possibly can do under the law. As you said, they have taken certain steps. The law allows their day in court. As you know, there's a due process that everyone has to go through. I don't see how they're operating on the site. I've been there many times. It's a dangerous situation with a tent. There's a tent up in the back that they are gathering in.
They're building more back there. They posted on Facebook. They post photos that they're building these giant structures.
I
No
don't
one
know
says
how it
anything.
got to the point it is now. Maybe the Township of Saraville, I'm not going to speak for them, they should have stepped in sooner. They should have nipped it in the bud, as we like to say, before they started cutting trees down, before they assembled the tent. Where are the fire inspectors? Where are all these people that should be looking out for their safety and the quality of life in that neighborhood? If you say a 36,000 square foot building, I don't know where it would fit.
They're
It must
buying
be.
all the homes next to it. They've actually they're at ends with a neighbor because she won't sell her house to them, and they kind of need her house. But
And I
then-
believe Ernstine Road is a county road at that
It's a
point.
county road.
So that should have to go before the county
Yeah.
for approval and deceleration lanes and off-site improvements. That would be with any development. And it doesn't matter
They've
what it
kept
is, a
this- they've
mosque,
kept
whatever
this
was
so
going to be built
quiet.
there.
They've kept it really quiet. No one in the town really knew about it. I kind of blew it up on Facebook, and people, you can watch all the Saraville meetings. Our council meeting has like 2,000 views now because we blew it up, and no one knew about it. The mayor even agrees in the meeting. This is illegal activity. She says it, her own mouth. And nothing is being done about it.
I can't say something.
And it's disconcerting because to see them do all this illegal and just keep progressing, and now they're going to submit the plans for this 36,000 square foot structure and just get approved, and then they're just going to do what they want with that when they get that. It's just crazy.
Well, it has to go through the vetting process. It has to go before a planning board. It's a permitted use, obviously, in any area of the town, a religious facility. So the project, I'm assuming, is going to be totally vetted at that point. Be vetted by the local residents, it'll be vetted by the county, and you'll have the opportunity to go there and have your concerns
They said I was
addressed.
going to get notified before they'd go before the zoning board on the 22nd, but no one
You
sent
never
me-
got noticed, and you're
never
within
got any-
200 feet of the property
Nothing.
line.
Got nothing.
Maybe the attorney they're entitled to notification even though they're another town. I don't think the boundary stops at their,
At the council meeting, they told me I was supposed to be notified.
Yeah,
And I
that's correct. You're supposed to get notice.
and if they're not noticed, they have a,
Well, you can make them renotice again and, it'd be a delay. Right.
Okay, I just wanted to make you guys aware of
We
what's
are aware.
going on. It's just really
we've
out of
received
control.
many emails.
Like I said, there's been times where I can't even get into my driveway. I can't
Call
get,
us.
I can't get home.
Call us, please. A non-emergency number, so at least it's documented that we've been out to that area. Now we have the documentation to go before a board and tell them, look, We're sending police services here continuously because the site cannot support this, this extreme use of the site. It doesn't support it, so
I will.
bear
I'll
with
call the
us.
police whenever I can. I have actually called Old Bridge once. I've called Saraville once, and
And I spoke to the chief this morning. Please call.
Okay.
And then I should have an update by the next council meeting. Our traffic and safety has been out there already, and I don't know if they had spoken to you, but I will tell them to reach out and talk to all the neighbors and give them instructions on what to do, regardless of the time of day.
I appreciate it.
And
Thank
he's
you.
spearheading this and, speaking with the other mayor and so on. That's why we're, following his lead and not getting everybody doing, something different. He's the one that's representing us.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming forward. So sorry.
Yeah, no, we appreciate
So
it.
bad.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and thank you, Owen, for making sure that you're spearheading this and, we're all on the same page with this, definitely. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to come forward and speak?
I would just like to comment on that. I think the mayor pointed out very pertinent points that really should be addressed and paid attention to.
Yep.
First of all, if you don't get notice, go to that meeting, say you had a notice and they should not conduct that meeting. But most of all, what the mayor alluded to was also the fire department and health department also. So I would get them involved. And I think they understand the situation firsthand and the seriousness of it with the capacity that's there and the infringement on the area. And
Emergencies.
lastly, the county. It is a county road, and the county gets a pass a lot of times because it's easier to come to municipalities. But this is a county road, and it is a county problem, and they do need to get involved and hear your concerns, and it's affecting your quality of life, and it's really unacceptable that you say that there's activity that has gone on where they haven't had permits and things for. So I'm so sorry for the situation that you find yourself in and your quality of life, but I hope with these key points that Lisa gives you a road path, and I would get all your neighbors involved too. The more the merrier.
And you're definitely on the radar, so, the mayor is doing everything. And as I said, we try to, let him be the one, not all of us individually, doing things. Okay? All right, if there's no one else in the public that wishes to be heard, then I will close the public portion, and I will go to council member comments.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming out. I know we spoke on the phone, and this was the perfect thing, just getting everybody. Now you know that everyone is on board, and we're going to hopefully work. The mayor is hopefully going to work for you, and follow all the advice. So I'm glad that you guys came. Anyway, so I did want to mention Saturday was the 55th Annual Apple Festival, and I know some council was there. I think the mayor was there. I think I missed you. I didn't see you by the time I got there. I'm always late. But I was wearing my OBEF hat there, so we had an Old Bridge Education Foundation table, so I was there, raising awareness for that. And it was it was my first time I've gone there, so it was a really great experience. And, all the proceeds go to the Madison Old Bridge Township Historical Society, Thomas Warren Museum. So it was really great. If you didn't get there, if you haven't been there, go next year. It's just a lot of fun. And I got a lot of really cool stuff. So Election Day was just recently, and this was my first time working the polls, and it was really good to see things from a different perspective rather than being a candidate. I was on the other side of the table. Of course, I'd like to congratulate all the winners, and we had, it wasn't the top of the ticket was really Congress. So it's Congress to county commissioners to Middlesex County Sheriff, so a lot of county. And I want to give a lot of credit and shout out to all the poll workers who got there at 5:15 in the morning and our clerk's office, Kate, and her team for getting there, I think, even earlier. And they deserve a huge amount of credit for putting in so many hours and making sure everything ran, so smoothly. So I just wanted to thank you guys. You did a great job. And, I was going to talk about the email, but you guys already talked about that. And that's really it. That's all I have tonight. And I would like to also just wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and everyone stay safe. Thank you.
Councilperson De Palma.
Thank you. So first, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I don't think anyone up here or anyone out there can thank the veterans enough, right? Whether it's free speech, everything that we have within our country, it's because of those veterans, so thank you. Congratulations to the Old Bridge Rebels. I believe it's the 7th and 8th grade are going to the Super Bowl, so congratulations yesterday on the win. I tried to get there, but I was playing babysitter, so I was actually lucky enough to watch it on YouTube. So it was actually great to see those young men, really be focused on YouTube for everyone to watch. It was wonderful to see. So congratulations, and for both of those teams, good luck next week. Also, just wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a relaxing holiday with your family and friends. Just one of those holidays, no gifts, no nothing. It's just more about just getting together, gathering with your family, eating too much, watching too much football, falling asleep early because you ate too much turkey. So I hope everyone has a wonderful time. And the final thing, last council meeting, I think we were all up here talking again about more accidents on Route 9. And between our last meeting and this meeting, we've had yet another one with yet another fatality. Enough has got to be enough, whether it is the person driving or the state DOT. They need to do something on Route 9. We cannot be up here every other week mourning the death of one of our residents, mourning the death of a family, mourning the death of a father, whatever that might be. This has to stop, right? The state DOT needs to take action on Route 9. The residents that are driving need to take their action as well. Put down your phone, slow down. Every other week, we have to come up here and talk about someone passing away. It's an abomination that we have to do this, right? Folks need to put the damn phone down. You need to pay attention, slow down, stop getting into these accidents, right? Just the other day, there was a father with his family. That family no longer has their father, right? The one right before that, we had someone cross over, hit someone going to work. The person that crossed over passed away. A family without a son. Something has to give. There's only so much that our police department can do. They can't be everywhere. We can't put 15, 20 patrol cars on Route 9. This now has to go to the folks that are driving. The folks have to pay more attention when you're driving, right? There's nothing folks can do. If you're driving, someone hits into you. Unfortunately, that does happen. But the rate of speed and the lack of folks paying attention, something has to give, right? I don't know how many times we could do this. We've spoken. The mayor has spoken about this. We've spoken about the lack of railing in between Route 9. Just the other day, New Jersey 101.5, I think we are like the number 4 or 5 worst stretch of roads, Route 9 in Old Bridge. This has got to stop. It's not our residents, it's residents that go up and down Route 9, whether they're from Sayreville going south, people going south into Monroe, coming up, coming north from any of the other towns. Folks, we have to start to take this into our own hands, because how many times are we going to sit up here? How many times are we going to hear about folks passing away because of carelessness on the road? Please, put down your phone, pay attention, no matter what time of day, right? Please stop, because you may not be affected. You may be the person that gets hurt, but what about the person whose family has to go without them? Thank you.
Councilperson Desai?
One second. Mr. Karmazain, I hope I pronounce it right. I heard your statement, and
Is
I
his mic
represent
on?
Ward 3, so it is my duty to help you out. My suggestion, what you should do, the people along the route, Onston Road, your neighbors, should form a small group. What I can do, I can find out who handles or operate the masjid or mosque. And we can have a meeting. I think instead of directly going in fight, we should explore, is there any way, because I know the main or traffic. So if we can at least come to some kind of understanding that they should have somebody there during those busy prayers day, checking the traffic. Yeah, okay, so we should enforce that by personally talking instead of fighting, because I don't know, yes, mayor has said it, and our police department will definitely look into it, but you don't expect police car be there all the time, let's say Friday, because they even have a not only prayer hall, it's a community center. So they have other event also. During daytime, they are running the school also, religious school there. So many activities are going in that small property. So if you form a 5-10 neighbors group, call me and I can find out who are running, because I knew who runs the mosque here in Old Bridge on Route 35. So we can find the people and have a meeting to find a solution. Okay? I think that's what my request to you. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Desai? Yeah.
Oh, you had a meeting?
Yeah, not to,
Oh, okay.
all right.
Okay,
Mr.
let's,
Desai.
but when I'm talking to them as a councilman representing that area, and as I said, I know some people who are involved.
Mr. Desai, not to interrupt you, I don't mean no disrespect, but this is council comments. If you want to speak with them after the meeting,
No.
okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, you know
I'll
what I
talk
mean?
to
Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to
No,
either of you, but at this point, it's council
in my
comments.
comment, I just
So
wanted
if you
to
want to,
suggest
yeah,
them.
and if you want to speak to them
Yeah,
after
we
the
can
meeting,
talk
that's
afterward,
fine, okay?
Thank you. And I wish happy Thanksgiving Day to all of residents of Old Bridge. Thank you.
No worries.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes, thank you. I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving with you and your families. Be safe. Like Eric said, stay away from the turkey. It makes you tired. And just really enjoy your holiday. It's one of those family holidays we should all be together. So thank you, and then, again, have a good night.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the girls' high school volleyball team for an outrageous season, and to Coach Hopman. I miss all the days that I used to be at those games when my daughter was playing, and it's nerve-wracking, but very exciting how much they've came. They made it to the States this year, which was great. Also to the Apple Fest. Yes, it has been here for 55 years. And I would say the people that are involved with the Historical Society, the board, they are so dedicated and committed. And it's a great event. And all the activity that goes in before it, all the apple pies that were made, I'm sure if they made 1,000 pies, they would have gone that day. Those pies they made were gone so quick. Thank you to the staff that worked the kitchen, for setting up, for cleaning up. It was just a fun fair. So that was really nice. Also about the divider, the median on Route 9, we had a rally on November 5th. and we had signs, and we were at a crossroad where when people had to stop for the light at the jug handle, you know, we spoke to them and explained what was going on, and, you know, people are outraged about it. And the mayor said it very clearly. Why does the south of us, Marlborough, have a divider, and why does the north of us in Sayreville have a divider, but Old Bridge doesn't? It's quite a mystery, and it's quite a mystery that the state will allow 14 people to die and still haven't done anything. It's quite disgusting, really, that we have to have a rally, and our administration has asked time and time again. So we're going to have another rally, but what we got from when we spoke to people is that we urge people to call the Department of DOT, call them and say, we need a divider. It should not be this long. It shouldn't have had to go on. I could tell you so many ways that the state has wasted money, and why we don't have a divider is beyond comprehension. So get involved, call the State Department and tell them, because it's not our road. We get all the complaints, which we accepted, and it's sad that, you know, when we see loss of life, but our hands are tied. We can't do anything. It is a state road, just like the problem you're dealing with is on a county road. So I urge you to call the county. The next thing is that when you think of this time of year, we have a lot to be thankful for, but so much goes on in the fall. It's hard to believe that Thanksgiving's next week and the holidays and another year's coming to an end. But when you spoke about the election, I find it very disconcerting. I also went around to all the polls, Challenger, speaking to poll workers. And the most common thing between Democrats and Republicans that day was the ridiculousness of these vote by mails. That people go there, if some people get a vote by mail and they don't send it back, they get vote by mails, they didn't ask for it, so they go to vote, and then they have to do these provisional ballots. So they do these provisional ballots. It's ineffective as far as time, the way that it's done. And think of this. You did all these provisional ballots throughout the town. God forbid if so you're transporting this box with ballots and there's an accident. And these ballots are all over the place. It is wrong, it is inefficient to do it this way. So there has to come up with a better system. If you think nationwide, a week later from an election, we don't have results in a lot of areas. It's unacceptable. We're supposed to be the United States. We're supposed to be better than that. It's 2022. I implore everyone to find out. But this is the most disconcerting thing to me. So I just brought these today for, you know, this is just a handful of them. In my little neighborhood, my neighbors brought these to me because they said, my mother's been gone for 20 years. My father's been gone for 10 years. My aunt, who used to live with us, has been gone for 10 years. They are still getting vote-by-mail ballots. They said they have called the county time and time again. And I don't know what they do there, to tell you the truth. That's another thing when you think of all the money that's being wasted on that. This time, as I said before, for the elections, they sent out everyone an application for vote by mail. That's costly. To send it back, okay? Then they do early polling days, the cost in that, the drop box every day to collect the ballots. It's inefficient and it's very costly. And so I think that there is a better way to do it. Absentee ballots, great. It used to be you wanted an absentee ballot, you want it, you request it, you send in the application. That's why they have a paper trail. They know how many they requested, and that's how many they send out. This way, they're just sending ballots out all over the place. This is happening nonstop. And if you live in an apartment building, if you lived there 10 years ago, I lived there 5 years ago, and the person living there now, they're getting 3 ballots. There's something wrong here, and so that's another thing. I urge you to call the county, because the county, not the Board of Elections, the county clerk's office, and they do that. So this is wrong, and we are better than this. And I want everyone to think on Thanksgiving of everything that you have to be thankful for, because there is a lot in spite of everything that's going on. And be healthy, be safe, and enjoy. Thank you.
Councilwoman Greenberg, can I just ask one question? Are those actual vote-by-mail ballots, or are those just sample ballots?
They are ballots.
Are they sample ballots of what?
No, they are
Can I
not
see?
sample.
Can I see them? No?
He asked me not to share them with
Oh,
someone.
because you held it up and it looked like a
No,
sample
this
ballot.
there's one, this is a sample ballot, yes.
Yes.
Yep, but if they're getting a sample ballot, they're getting the regular ballot.
They're-
This is just wrong, and you know it's
They're
wrong
not
as well
getting,
as I
they're
do.
not getting a vote-by-mail ballot.
Okay, let's
They
go
are getting a
on to
vote-by-mail
councilman
ballot.
comments.
Misinformation.
Okay, who's next for council comments?
You'd like to think
Councilperson
it's
Walker.
information, but it's not.
Councilperson Walker.
I just want to thank everyone who attended the Apple Festival. That is the Historical Society, that's their big fundraising event for the year, and it's a very small group of people. And if anybody has ever had an opportunity, if they haven't, there's the little Warren Museum over here across the street from the high school. Try to attend it. It's a small museum with all relics from Old Bridge, and it's really interesting. And this group of people that, well, we're on the historical side for many, many years, and we go to all their meetings, and they have to maintain the building and the roof and all that, and this is their big fundraising event of the year, and it's such a dedicated people, and most of them have lived here their entire lives. In fact, they would tell us they would ride horses to school and things like that, and it's really interesting. And there's an old schoolhouse there, and they just have so many interesting stories, these people. So if anybody's interested, you could join the Historical Society. They meet at the Warren, actually, we have a meeting tomorrow night at the Warren Museum, and it's very, very interesting. Also, I want to talk about the trucks on Disbrow Road. Trucks are not supposed to drive on Disbrow Road, and I had asked a few months ago if we can increase the size of the signs, because there's a tiny sign up on Amboy Road right now. Tonight, I almost got hit by a tractor trailer on Disbrow Road. It was driving on Disbrow Road, a gigantic tractor trailer. I was coming around the bend, and I was like shocked because they're not supposed to be on there. And I was just wondering, could we put bigger signs up? Because the sign is so tiny. I see trucks turning down there all the time, you know? I mean, when he almost hit me, I pulled over, I said, "No trucks on the road," and he just kept, driving. So I'm just asking if we could consider having a bigger sign put there, because they're very tiny right now. Also, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and safe.
Council President Sohar.
Thank you. Yes, I also want to wish everyone a happy and a healthy Thanksgiving. This year I'm extremely grateful. I have a brand new grandson, and I'm so excited, and this is his first Thanksgiving. I can't keep going with pictures. I'm driving everybody out of their minds. But that's just a new grandma, But I just wanted to make sure this administrative report tonight had so many good things for people in town to participate. The tree lighting and the menorah lighting. It's really nice, whether you have young children, whether you're a senior. It's a nice time to meet your neighbors and for all of us to be together. The ice arena, the show for the holidays, and also just to come and skate. Not many towns have an ice arena. So for us to be able to have that for the residents, I think it's a very positive thing. People enjoy things like that. So please come out and partake of what makes the town, to us so special. And then also this anchor program for the senior tax freeze. And that's really important. Check that out for those, who qualify as far as age is concerned, because they have changed the limits for the income and so on. And if, this is something else that you can partake of, and hopefully it helps a little bit in these hard times. But please come out and partake of all. I don't sing, I promise. I will not sing at the Christmas and the menorah lighting. So if you come, I think you'll really enjoy it. And happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. I'd like to now ask for a motion to adjourn. Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
I think
Any
I'm the clerk
nays,
now,
any
too.
abstentions? 7 yeses.
I think I'm the clerk. Okay. Thank you very much. Everyone have a very happy and healthy holiday.